This is the song I have too many buttons on this thing. It's already started. This song was created by DeMarco, and it's called Moonlight on the River. There is a lead guitar part, there is a rhythm guitar part, there is a verse, and there is a chorus, and that is it. The song is in standard tuning. However, we do need to facilitate a capo. That's not what facilitate means. What do I mean? We need to use a capo. I was trying to get all fancy and I screwed everything up. Let's start by learning this fun little lead intro part. You see this little thing here? So here's what we've got. We've got a C, no capo for this part. No capo, C major 7 chord, which is a regular C chord, but without the pointer finger. So that means the low E string, the top string, we're not gonna use it at all. Put your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, the 2nd string from the top, middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, the 3rd string from the top. Then you're gonna play the open G string, the open B string, and we're going to try not to play the high E string, the bottom string of the guitar, and we're gonna do this nice slow strum like this. Just like that. What I do, my little trick is with my pinky, I kind of grab onto the high E string like that, and then when I strum, my pick just stops right when I get to that bottom string. And then we have the exact chord we want. So C major 7 chord. I think we hold out for 5 beats. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This chair is so squeaky. These buttons are so noisy on my guitar, but do you think I'm wearing enough maroon? It's a lot of maroon. All right, I'll tell you what. No, I like it though, and it's a little chilly. I'm gonna keep it on. We're just gonna deal with the buttons for right now. After you hold that out for 5 beats, with your pinky finger, slide from the 3rd fret to the 5th fret on the top string. So you're gonna play the 3rd fret, and then slide up to 5 like that. You might be thinking, well, Stuart, that's great, but I suck at using my pinky and I suck at sliding, so why would I want to slide with my pinky? You don't have to use your pinky, but because of what comes next, I think that's going to be your best bet. So we're just going to go with pinky. If you just did what I said originally, we wouldn't have to have this whole conversation about it. So you slide with your pinky from the 3rd fret up to the 5th fret. Then with your middle finger, play the 3rd fret on the A string, but keep your pinky on the 5th fret. So we just slid up to 5, middle finger plays the 3rd fret on the A string, then pointer finger plays the 2nd fret on the D string, the 3rd string from the top, keeping your other 2 fingers in place. Then there's a tiny little pause, and then we play the open G string, the 3rd string from the bottom. So that went a little something like this. See that little pause, that little delay before we get to the last note? You may find that your notes are muted. It might sound like this. I tried to mute it and I overdid it a little bit. Basically, here's what I'm trying to say. How do I get a good view? Can't get any good view. Use the tips. Look at that. Look. Oh, stupid. Bang. Now it's out of focus. Everything is falling apart. Look, use the tips of your fingers. That's what I'm trying to say. Use the tips of your fingers. Don't lay them flat like that. Everybody said that since the beginning of time. Use the tips of your fingers for this kind of thing. Also though, you might just have some muted strings and you could just deal with it for right now and you'll get better as time goes on. Practice. Look at all the encouragement I'm giving you. Then we go to a D minor 9 chord. Here's how we do that. Middle finger, 5th fret on the A string, 2nd string from the top, then stretch your pointer finger all the way back to the 3rd fret of the D string, the 3rd string from the top. Ring finger plays 5th fret on the G string, which is the 3rd string from the bottom, and then pinky plays 5th fret on the B string, the 2nd string from the bottom. So there are a couple ways to do this chord. You could have your thumb back behind the neck of the guitar and have this gap right here in your fingers. What I prefer to bring my thumb up over the top, mute the E string, and see how that gap disappeared? So you can either have the gap where you stretch your pointer finger away from your other fingers, or thumb comes up and your fingers are kind of at this weird angle, and your pointer finger and your middle finger jammed up next to each other. I prefer this way. If your hands are too small for it, this might help, but be really careful with your wrist. Don't let your wrist bend like that. That's gonna be bad news. It's gonna be hard to play the chord, and your hand is gonna fall off, and it's just gonna be bad news all around. D minor 9 chord, just strum the middle 4 strings. Don't play the top or bottom E strings. You can use your same trick about grabbing the E string with your pinky. And there you go. This is the first half of the little lead part. So from the beginning, we've got 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, not bad. Not bad, we did it. We did it. Getting to that D minor 9's a little hairy, isn't it? Well, guess what? I didn't have any way to follow that up. Harry and the Hendersons. Then you play the C major 7 again. That was that first chord. Then we do our slide as if we were just gonna repeat the whole thing. But instead of playing the exact same thing, it's a little different this time. You play from 3 to 5. Then middle finger plays the 3rd fret on the A string again. But then play the open D string, the 3rd string from the top. Then go back to the A string with the 3rd fret. Then back to the D string open. And then play the 2nd fret on the D string, the 3rd string from the top. So that sounds like this. So that was slide from 3 to 5. Play the 3rd fret on the A string. Play the open D string. Then there's a little pause there. You let that note linger. Go back to the 2nd string from the top with your middle finger on the 3rd fret. Back to the 3rd string from the top open. Then 2nd fret with your pointer finger. There it is. And then we go back to our D minor 9 chord again. Whole intro all the way through. You and I are gonna play it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4, 5. Look, here's what happened. I messed up and I played the second half first, so now we're gonna start over. Are you happy? 1, 2, 3, 4, and C major 7 chord 5. I've forgotten how the song goes, and now we're all dead. For real this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here we go. And C major 7 chord 5. That was it. That was the intro, and I'm still wearing all this maroon. What do you say we get into the meat of the song now, into the primary part of the song, the rhythm guitar for the verse and the chorus. You need a capo. Capo goes on the 5th fret. So I know when the intro to this video, I played the lead part without the capo, and then I very sneakily put the capo on the 5th fret. Not entirely practical to do that if you were performing the song. So really, I just wanted to show you that intro because it's a cool part of the song. What I actually would do if I was like playing this song on stage or for my friends or for a recording or for my own enjoyment or for any other reason, I'd probably just put the capo on the 5th fret and not really worry about that intro part. But now you have that tucked away in your repertoire toolkit just in case. Here we go. Capo on the 5th fret, still in standard tuning. You need a pick, all that stuff. We're gonna play this very cool G6 chord. It's a very unique chord, and I like it. You're gonna put your pointer finger on the 3rd fret of the top string. Now, I say the 3rd fret, it's actually the 8th fret because the capo is on the 5th fret. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8. But we're just gonna think of it as the 3rd fret. We're gonna think of this as the 1st fret, this is the 2nd, this is the 3rd. Typical, a standard operating procedure when you have the capo. You just pretend the capo's not there and call this the 1st, 2nd, 3rd fret, all that kind of stuff. Here we go. Are we ready to begin? Let us begin. Put your pointer finger on the 3rd fret of the top string. Put your ring finger on the 5th fret of the 2nd to top string, and then put your pinky on the 5th fret of the third string from the top. So we've got this, it looks like a power chord shape. Some of you might be familiar with that. It's like this G power chord, except we're also gonna play the bottom 3 strings open. So make sure your pointer finger is not laying down onto the rest of the strings. That's only playing the top string. If you strum it straight down, it sounds like this. G6. That's the name of the chord. Although with the capo, it's actually a C6. But what? I'm just gonna, from here on out, I'm not gonna mention anything like that about the capo anymore. All right. The moment you've all been waiting for. We have to learn the strumming pattern for this song. That is the heartbeat of the song. That is the Moonlight on the River. Did I already say the name of the song? This is Moonlight on the River by DeMarco. My name's Stuart. Hi, like and subscribe. This is me coming at you. Should that be my new catchphrase? This is me coming at you. Guitar lessons with Stuart. This is me coming at you. How many times can I slip that in throughout the lesson? We'll see. All right, we've got the G6 chord. Here's the strumming pattern. You're going to play just the top string down dos times. That's Spanish for 2. Surprised you didn't know that. We're gonna go boom, boom, just like that. If you wanna make it even more exciting, we wanna palm mute that note. So here's what I mean by that. You take this part of your hand right here. Let me give you a close-up. This part right here. Look at me flex that part of my hand. Look, relaxed, flexed. Oh, that's, oh, it looks like someone bit my hand right there. All right, so you take that part of your hand and you just put it right, just touching the top string. I'm just like resting right, I'm like barely even touching it. Think of it like put your hand behind the strings. Why is my watch talking to me? Jesus, I am resting, original hymn. That makes no sense. So if you pretend, I got a little distracted by my watch. Look, just aim for right here. Just aim for right here with your palm. See, I'm barely touching it. Barely touching it. We get that nice, calm, cool, collected, muted sound right there. If we don't palm mute, it sounds like this. If we do palm mute, it sounds like that. It's a good sound. Then, and only then, I guess we're actually gonna do 3 of those. 3 palm muted top strings. 1, 2, 3. I say the top string, but if you hit the top couple strings, it's still gonna sound fine. So it's 1, 2, 3. Just like that. Palm muting them. If you don't palm mute them, no big deal. I feel like I'm doing an awful lot of talking, not much actually showing you of the strumming pattern. Showing you of the strumming pattern. That probably makes sense. So we've got down, 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 and then immediately strum up. On the bottom 2 or 3 strings, I aim for the bottom 2. Sometimes I hit the bottom 3. I am not trying to palm mute when I come up. So I'm going down, 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 up. Down, 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 up. Down, 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 up. Let's practice just that a few times together. 1, 2, nice and slow. Here we go. Down, 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 up. Down, 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 up. Down. Up, down, 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 up. 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2. Here we go. A down, 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 up. A down, 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 up. Down, 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 up. Down, 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 up. Now I added in a little extra something fancy there. If you didn't notice, after my up, I waited a second, or a beat. Shouldn't say second. I waited like a half a beat or something, a fraction of a beat. Then I strummed up again, but I did not strum up on these bottom strings. I actually strummed up on like the top 2 or 3 strings. I aimed for those top few strings. So I went down, 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 up, up. See, that up right there. I'm not trying to palm mute that. I'm never palm muting when I'm strumming up on this song. Down, 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 up, up. Then we start the whole thing over, so that last strum up just kind of leads right back into our palm muted strumming down again. Super hyper slow, goes a little something like this. Let's see. Dum, boom, boom, got you. 1, 2, 3, 4. A boom, 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 up, up, down, down, down. I think I've made myself perfectly clear. He doesn't necessarily do this exactly over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. This is the primary skeleton of the strumming pattern upon which he builds. And sometimes he might do an extra little up or an extra little down up or something. Moving on though, it is time for us to learn the remaining chords to the song. Someone right outside is having a very intense conversation about Elvis Presley, and every once in a while they start singing. So I might just stop talking and go like this so we can hear some of the heated Elvis Presley activity going on out there. Anyway, we have to learn the remaining chords to the song. We just did the G6. We did that strumming pattern twice. Then we go to an E minor, just a classic E minor. So this is top string open, middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string from the top, ring finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string from the top, and the remaining strings all just open. We're not going to touch them at all with our fingers. We do the exact same strumming that we did on the G6. So that's down, 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 up, down, 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 up. If we put them together, sounds like this. Play it with me, nice and slow for all the folks at home. 1, 2, and a 1, 2. Here we go. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Switch, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. It's time for us to learn the complicated part of the song, which is the A minor 7 part of the song. At first, let's learn the A minor 7 chord. Top string, the E string, we're not going to use it. We're actually going to try to mute it with our thumb, if at all possible. Our thumbs. The A string, 2nd string from the top, is going to be open. Middle finger plays the 2nd fret on the D string, the 3rd string from the top. The G string, the 3rd string from the bottom, is open. Pointer finger on the 1st fret of the B string, the 2nd string from the bottom, and then the high E string, bottom string, is open. We're going to try to do the same strumming pattern with one tiny difference, which is our first couple strums down, actually all of our strums down, instead of hitting the top string, we want to hit the 2nd string from the top. So it's going to be a little bit trickier, but if you can get your thumb to reach up over the top, touch that top string, then you don't really have to aim for the A string, because even if you hit the top couple strings, it's okay. The E string is muted. We're still hearing that A string. So if we play this A minor 7 chord with our strumming pattern we've already been doing, it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. Notice how whenever I strum down, even though I've told you to only hit one string, I'm not being really careful about that. I'm not like aiming there and trying to hit that string. Even when I was doing the top string, I'm really loosey-goosey. I might hit a couple strings. I make sure I feel like I'm strumming the whole time. My whole arm is moving, even though, well, I guess I'm palm muting, so it's really my whole hand and wrist is moving. But I'm trying to be loosey-goosey with my down strums. I'm not trying to carefully pick the note. I'm trying to be loosey-goosey about it. I already forgot what my catchphrase was. This is me coming at you. Is that what I said? My cheeks look so poofy, and my eyes. I ate so much salt last weekend. I'm gonna be okay. So, did we practice it on the A minor 7 yet? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. But now we have to get to the complicated part. We want to go like this. I think I messed up. Let me play it from the beginning of the song so I can remember how this part goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I should have written this out, because when I try to explain it, I'm going to lose track of everything. On the A minor 7, we go like this. We do a regular ones. Down, 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 up, down, down, down. But then when we come up the second time, you're going to get rid of your pointer finger and play the bottom 2 strings open. So it sounds like this from the beginning of the A minor 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then We strum up again, but this time when we strum up, we are gonna hit the bottom 2 strings again. Then you're gonna strum down on the bottom 2 or 3 strings. This is unusual, I know. This is unprecedented in the song. So you strum down on the bottom 2 or 3 strings. I'm playing the bottom 3. And right afterwards, you're gonna hammer on to the 1st fret of the B string with your pointer finger. So that's the note your pointer finger was just on a moment ago. You're gonna hammer back onto it. Sounds like this. We go down, 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 up, down, 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 open, up. Here, did you hear that hammer on? I tried to talk us through it, but I got overwhelmed with all of the different things happening. Let me just play that part again from the beginning of the A minor. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. Does that make sense to you? Let's do it together. A little bit slower. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, 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 up, down, 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 open, up, down. Now we have to figure out what happens after that. Right after you strum down and did the hammer on, you're gonna play the A string, 2nd string from the top, palm muted again. I guess we're actually gonna do that top string palm muted twice. Are we gonna do it 3 times? Ah, man, it's so hard to keep track of all this stuff. Okay, I've got it figured out. I'm gonna edit all this out. I don't know how long I just went on, but just know in your heart of hearts that I edited out a bunch of stuff that was a waste of your time. After we do the hammer on, you're gonna play the A string palm muted twice, then strum up on the bottom couple strings, except get your pinky to the 3rd fret of the bottom string, the high E string. So here's what we just did. We did hammer, palm mute, then up with your pinky on the bottom string. If I play it at a normal speed, it sounds like this. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hammer, mute, mute, up. 1, 2, here we go. Hammer, mute, mute, up. Let's put it all together, but I'm not gonna count it off right away because you don't even know where I'm starting from. Let's start from the beginning of the A minor 7. I'll play it once for you, then you can play it along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, 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 up. That wasn't it at all. Let me do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you ready to do it with me? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have to finish up. We have a couple more beats we have to fill up with stuff. I'm gonna tell you something. Let me tell you something. I have a new camera today. I have a new camera, but I haven't quite figured out how to do everything optimally. Next time, I'm gonna make a couple changes and might look, why am I telling you this? Why am I telling you today that later on, this is gonna look different? Hang on, let's play through everything we have, and then a lot of this today, a lot of this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's what I'm going to recommend we do for the last part of the A minor 7. We're just going to do our regular strumming one more time on the regular A minor 7 chord. So right after we did that up with the pinky thing, we're just going to go down, 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 up without the pinky. I think that would be best. I think it would be in all of our best interest if we did that. So then the A minor sounds like this. And then the whole thing starts over. So here's what I would like to try to do with you now, is we're gonna start with the G6, that crazy G power chord thingamajig. We are going to play through this is the verse, by the way. Did I not say that? This is the verse of the song. He plays it ad nauseum. Ad nauseum we're going to play it right now, those times together, all the way through. I wish you the best of luck. Nice and slow, a little slower than the actual song. A 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, here we go. We did great. I'm very happy with how I did. I assume you did even better than I did, and I'm very proud of you. Did you notice what I did when it was time to start over? Because we just did that big, complicated A minor thing, and then we have to figure out how to quickly start over when we have all this other stuff on our brains. When we get back to the G6, you do not need to get the whole chord there right away. We start with just that palm muted top string. So if you just get, as long as you can get your pointer finger to the 3rd fret right away, you have plenty of time to get these other fingers into place. You might notice we don't even really need these 2 fingers at all. They're kind of there as like a safety net, a safety harness, a parachute. A parachute is actually not so much like a safety precaution. That's more of just something you use every time that you jump out of a plane, is you use a parachute. So don't think of it as a parachute, think of it as a safety net. If I do this whole thing without using these 2 fingers at all, look at. See, I did it. I'm a pro. And it would be twixt you to learn something from me, the pro. We still have to learn the chorus because we just learned the whole verse. The chorus is almost exactly the same as the verse. There's only one difference, which is the first chord. They play this B flat major 7, sharp 11 chord, and they replace the G6 chord with the B flat major 7, sharp 11. That's literally the only difference. I spit so much when I said that. I wonder if this new camera caught all the spit molecules, the spiticules. B flat major 7. E string we're not going to use at all. We're not going to use it even the tiniest little bit for this B flat major 7 sharp 11 chord. Put your pointer finger on the 1st fret of the A string, the 2nd string from the top. You do not need to bar. In fact, you may not bar. Just use the tip. Keep the rest of the strings open. Ring finger plays 3rd fret on the D string, the 3rd string from the top. Did you see it go on the A string for a second? That was embarrassing, but I figured it out. Middle finger goes on the 2nd fret of the G string, the 3rd string from the bottom. Pinky, 3rd fret on the B string, the 2nd string from the bottom. Do you see this chord? This is the classic B flat major 7 chord. My hair is looking weird today. Good thing it's hiding behind these sunglasses. Good thing I've got all this maroon. Oh, look what happened here. Why didn't you tell me that this collar escaped? There. Put it right back into its little collar prison right there. It's dying to get out again. B flat major 7 chord. The high E string is open. It's kind of a gnarly sounding chord, isn't it? B flat major 7, sharp 11, one of my faves. We're going to do the same strumming pattern we've been doing this whole time. Try not to play the E string. Try to play the A string. As a little safety net slash parachute, you can get the tip of your pointer finger to just touch the E string to mute it. Like that. You're still going to hear a little something, but if you can get the tip of your pointer finger to push on the A string, just touch the E string. Gives you a little bit of help. I'm not asking for help. I said it gives you help. That wasn't me saying help. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. You do that on the B flat major 7 chord. It's a weird chord in the song. When you first play it, you might go, "What? Is that right?" So then the chorus just goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, a B flat. back to E minor and A minor 7. Oh, that was close. That was gnarly. I was not a fan of what just happened there. Then we just go right back to the beginning. I don't know how many times they played for the chorus. Probably 4, right? So we've just got that verse part they do a bunch of times in a row. They've got the chorus part that they do some amount of times in a row. Then they go back to the verse part. That's all there is to it. I think I've made myself perfectly clear. This is me coming at ya. Was that my catchphrase? I do not recall. But at least I yelled something at the end of the video, so that's what matters.